All right, here we go. Going down. Good. That's good. Good. Next one up. Downhill. Good. Two more. Good. Come on, Malachi.
As a new guy, I mean, you're on a team that isn't used to losing much at all. Certainly not 3 games in a row. What's it been like?
I mean, it's definitely tension in the locker room. Nobody likes losing. So right now we're trying to figure it out, get in the right direction, trying to swing the momentum. I mean, we could have been easily 3-0. We just down the stretch, we kind of gave a couple games away. So we got to figure it out and how to finish games right now.
All right, let's go. Circle up. Each day is a new beginning. You got another chance tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stretch them out. Here we go. Wrap. 1, 2, 3. Wraps.
Pascal Siakam not playing tonight.
It is a disciplinary issue. Talking to people close to the situation, confirming that it was the Raptors are culturally wanting to send a message about having one of their key players leave the floor in kind of unseemly fashion following fouling out just the other night. So Pascal Siakam was told about the decision earlier today and his understanding of it. He knows that he's got a role to play with his team, and part of that is leadership. Business will resume as usual following tonight, but this is the message the team has decided to send to Pascal, and he's heard it loud and clear.
I'm tired of talking about what we got to do. I'm going to do it. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nick Nurse in his 3rd season, and the Raptors have not lost 4 consecutive games in quite some time. Baines over to Norm. Norm turns a corner at the rim, and the layup is good. Van Vliet in the paint. Here's Kyle, the 3, got it. Len, the 3, good. How about Alex Len? Randall on the switch. Len, corner 3. He's on fire. Rack it up. Alex Len.
Good job by Kyle. Raptors showing a zone, so when you're in that zone, you got to find a body to box out, and that's what Kyle Lowry did.
Boucher got it. And the foul. This is a team that is serious about winning.
It's a team that's used to winning.
Used to winning.
You're not winning. You're not happy. You're not. Yeah, it's serious. When you're watching video, you're not saying, "Hey, nice shot." You're going, "You need to do this. You got to be better here." So that's serious, and that's the way these guys approach it. They've always been that way. So for new guys coming in, maybe they sense tension, but for everybody else, this is the way we do business. And how about
what a way to go out, 2020.
That's right.
With a W.
With a W and hold your opponent to 83 points.
Hey, Lynn. Yes, sir. Yeah, sniper game. I can make him. Sniper game.
Merry Christmas.
Needed. Happy New Year.
One up. Good job, fellas. For the battle. OG with the battle Randall, man. Good job. Good job. Raps. 1, 2, 3. Raps.
Well, I got into basketball mostly because my older brother played, so I was drug along to all his games in junior high. I was younger, I was in elementary school at the time. I always played every sport growing up, but football, basketball, and baseball. And then as I got older, I just tended to migrate towards basketball. It was probably my first love. Always had a great set of teammates, always had great coaches. I had all the environmental factors that make you just want to play more and have success, and it kind of just fed itself.
One more, let's go.
The unique experience of going right from playing professionally to coaching the very next year. So most of my teammates that I had just played with, I ended up coaching. Our coach at the time had taken another job. The organization knew I wanted to get into coaching, and they gave me the opportunity at the age of 27 to be a head coach in a professional league, and it's something I knew I wanted to do. So I really had to jump at the opportunity. I did that for 6 years in England, moved to Germany for a year. After that, I was in Belgium for 5 years, and I also started coaching the national team for Great Britain in the run-up to the 2012 Olympics.
Round one of the big title matchup has gone to the Sheffield Sharks. They came out strong at the beginning and they hung on and they won by 3.
It was intense. We were traditional rivals in the sense that Manchester and Sheffield are in the same region when we started coaching against each other. We both had some of the higher profile teams, and our teams always kept crossing paths for meaningful games, championships and playoffs and that stuff. And that's where rivalries are really born. You have to be competing for something.
Myers fakes it. Now Myers to win the league. Yes! Terrell Myers has won the league. The Phoenix shot of the Sheffield Sharks have gone crazy. Terrell Myers has won the league. Billy Mims.
We quickly realized that we had a lot in common. We knew that we were tough competitors and tough outs, and our teams were well prepared, and we just started like a friendship out of this competitive rivalry. Two guys with a lot in common in a foreign land.
Unbelievable third quarter for Nick Nurse and the Iowa Energy, and for Chris Finch. They're going to have to find a way to regroup.
It was really not until I left England and that we kind of even grew closer again and started working together. And he was a big catalyst for me to take the job in Houston. I was pretty happy in Europe at the time, and he convinced me that taking the job in the D-League was going to be the best thing for my career and make me a better coach, and he was right.
A lot of small plays win big games. Got that? A lot of small plays, focus, win big games, get consecutive stops, and do not trade. Let's go. Be ready early.
Finish him tonight, y'all.
He was at the time, in Iowa, and then again we crossed paths. My second season, we lost to him in the championship game. So
Final 1 second, and that's going to do it, my friends. Let the celebration begin.
And you talk about a great season for this team. All the players that came through, all the NBA talent, and this team was able to stick together and win a championship for the city of Des Moines.
we have a very unique, intertwined, and similar journey. And it's been incredible to see all the success that he's been able to have, as well as your organization.
The Toronto Raptors picking up their first win of the season against the New York Knicks, and the New Orleans Pelicans coming off of a 33-point victory in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, as soon as coaching changes were made in New Orleans, Nick had reached out to me and pretty much said he wanted me to come, and it was kind of a no-brainer for me at that point in time, being able to work with him and first-class organization and all the success that you've had in recent years. And everybody in the league, I had some other options, but people were, spoke very highly of this organization and the opportunity to work here, and I jumped at it, and we got the deal done pretty quickly, and I'm happy, very happy. Culture is such an overused word in sports right now, and it means so many different things depending, but when you get to an organization, you can see the fabric that builds that culture when you see it from afar, if that makes any kind of sense. We have high character players that play both ends of the floor, that play the right way, play hard every single night, give themselves a chance, root for their teammates. Practice hard, pay attention to the details, accept coaching, and then I think from a front office point of view, the relationship and the interaction between the front office and the basketball side is extremely healthy and appropriate. I think there's a lot of times where these organizations kind of fumble all over themselves because they don't have that working relationship. No organization is going to have success unless you have alignment between, ownership, management, head coach, and coaching staff and star players. And they have it here. And that gives you a chance to be successful every single time you step on the floor. I don't know how to put it into a single word. I think we have a great relationship, a good working relationship. I'm trying to, still in the learning curve of working alongside him and just trying to provide whatever it is that he needs and that what we need to be successful. As a guy coming into an organization that's pretty well established and the roles are established, I'm just, trying to play catch up and fit in where I can and add value. It's like, again, it's like working with I wouldn't say a friend, it's more like a brother because, you go through moments where you don't always have to be talking to each other to understand that you're on the same page,
Matt, one of the characteristics we've seen with this Raptors team over the years now is not to panic, right? You're in these situations and, sometimes you looked at their faces, you wouldn't know if they were up 7 or down 7. It didn't make a difference. They just played through. And they have to get to that point now. We haven't seen that this season. There's definitely been a struggle. That confidence has not been the same, but you can't get rattled.
Shot clock down. Bledsoe 3. Big bucket for Bledsoe. 4 of 6 from three-point range, Leo. And the Toronto Raptors lose by 4. A tough one in the Big Easy. A couple of Villanova Wildcats there. As the Pelicans come away with a hard-fought victory.
On the heels of just an epic second-round playoff series in the bubble, the Celtics and Raptors see each other for the first time. This one at Amalie Arena in Tampa, where the Raptors trying to get it back going, get up on steady ground early in this season.
Tatum rises up. The 3 is good with ease.
Wow, this guy is absolutely on fire.
Brown with the slam dunk. The biggest lead, 91-69. Toronto Raptors are going to fall to 1-5 on the season. Boston 5-3.
This is probably uncharted territory for most of us. I know just speaking for myself, I've never been a part of something like this. But we can't hang our heads. Nobody's feeling sorry for us. Phoenix is not. They don't give a damn what our record is. They're gonna try to punch us in the mouth. They're gonna try to kick our butts, and nobody's coming to save us. We gotta do this ourselves, and probably do a little soul searching and look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what each individual could do better to help contribute to the team, and go out there and figure out ways to win. That's one thing we got to do. We just got to find ways to get the job done. I don't know. There's no secret recipe. There's a boatload of problems, and we just got to find ways to solve them.
We watched the events in Washington, D.C. today unfold as protesters stormed the Capitol as the electoral votes were being counted to certify the presidency of Joe Biden. The NBA was rattled by it. Some teams thought they might not play. There have been protests already tonight.
And I'm reading, breaking news, there's 4 dead after rioters stormed the Congress and to block Biden win. Like, what the... And the man that was the president, incited, he told him to do it. That man is a criminal. He should be charged, and it's just crazy. That is crazy, man. You basically told them to go do this, and people died. How is that even cool? It's tough.
When it wasn't only about what happened on Capitol Hill on this day. It goes back to Jacob Blake and the continuing racial injustice that the NBA players have been fighting against.
No surprise. I mean, I think if you've been paying attention the last few years, I mean, even longer than that, I think we can kind of see what's going on. I grew up in this world, in this country, so I'm used to it, and that's not a good thing, but it's the way things are. So I'm not surprised anymore by anything. And, you know, we just got to keep doing our part individually and collectively. But, you know, just my message to people that's in my life is just, you know, we got to stay together and continue to build as best we can inside this broken system, and it's a flawed system. And, you know, that it preys on the weak and less fortunate, and spits them out. So this is the world that we live in, and if you don't know what it is by now, then you probably don't want to know what it is, or you've just not been paying attention. So I think America has been racist. It's probably going to continue to be racist, and we got to continue to try to do our part inside of that system.
Another reminder, not like we needed one, but we got another reminder. And unfortunately, it's in a situation where now we understand that being quiet is not going to help the situation. We have to be loud, we have to be vocal, and we have to be consistent. Social injustice has to end.
It's not needed to, it's what we want, what we do, and what we will do, and what we're going to continue to do. You know, we're strong black men, and you know, we're going to always continue to use our voice and our platform to, you know, make sure that our voices are heard. The things that happen in the world, we're going to talk about them, we're going to discuss them, we're not going to shy away from them. And it's no pressure, it's what we are here to do and what we can do, and we're always going to make sure that our voice is heard.
Pascal backing in, spinning. What a move.
Oh, big time move. This is the Pascal Siakam we have been waiting for. Beautiful move by Siakam.
And Pascal with the spin dribble, 27 points with a finish.
Yeah, he was great. He was great tonight, man. He was great. It sucks that we wasted in a loss, but he was awesome. He was awesome on both ends of the floor. I love what I see from him tonight, and, you know, we're going to need that going forward, but that was good to see from him for sure.
Saric, wow. Tough shot from the corner, and it's a 15-point lead. 19 for 33 from three-point range for Phoenix. Another three. 20 made threes. The Toronto Raptors down 8, and that's going to do it. There was a lot of positives to tonight. The result, however, not what the Toronto Raptors wanted.
Earlier today, Norm Powell speaking with the media, one of the things that he mentioned, he said, you know, so much emphasis on this first game of the 4-game road trip. He said the next 4 games can really help define how our season is going to go and define our team in general. Now, the way they're playing, or at least the way the starters plus Norm is playing, maybe that's a positive sign in terms of defining how this team could look going forward into their next game on Friday and then into the back-to-back on Sunday, Monday.